Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about a small topic on ions. What are these ions and how does it involve in this process and all? Let us go into the topic. So, the compounds, we already learned about what are compounds, what are elements and all. But apart from that, how does it involve in this? And what are the examples that we can solve? Let us see. So the compounds which is composed of these metals and non-metals which contains the charged species. So the charged species are nothing but which is known as ions. And the single charged atom or a group of atoms may have a net charge. That means a complete charging process. That means two ways what you can say. But how and why we'll see in the next one. So the positive charge ions is called as cation, it's cation, whereas the negatively charged ion is called as anion. So how does it is involves, and let us see a few examples about it. So the first one I've taken sodium chloride, it's NaCl. So the positive, the first one when we are taking that is from the left hand and the right hand you have to look at here. When you are making the equations form, you have to consider both left and the right. So always the left side will be the positive sign, whereas the right hand side will be the negative. So here when we are taking only sodium, we can mention as directly positive, but when we are combining two distant like two chemicals names, when it combines, so the right one will be the negative and whereas the left one will be the positive. So, and when you're forming an equation also, you should see that both the left hand side and the right hand side equation should be, the atoms should be similar. Then only we can call it as balanced equation. If it's not the proper way of the equation on both the sides, that means it is unbalanced. You can simply say as the equation is unbalanced. So let us see how. A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as a polyatomic ion. A group means which consists of many, what we say. In a simple scientific way and all, and when we are involving in the subject science, we'll say a different ways. So that is nothing but we are calling as many, the polyatomic ions. For example, if you're taking a battery or a cell where you can see both positive and the negative, when you're replacing that, one side will always be a negative charge and other side will be called always will be the positive, where the positive ones is nothing but this called cation, the negative one is called it as anion. So let us see some of the ionic compounds. So here I've taken as calcium oxide as an example. So you can see calcium Ca plus and O minus oxide where we have taken 2. Let us see the other example, magnesium sulfide, whereas magnesium is positive and sulfide is minus, which is of negative indication. So these are the few examples, and still you can consider many examples in this process where you can say as sodium chloride. We already discussed that one in the previous one. So few examples what we are learning here. And the next one is the chemical formulae. Based upon these ions, we have to write the names, the chemical substances in different processes. That chemical formula means is nothing but the symbols what we call, or else symbolic representation. Till now we have learned only the names of each and every chemical like this, but we are representing in the symbolic way. That is this process. Maximum we have gone through with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, sodium chloride, the common simple examples. But let us learn the other examples too. But when we are going with this chemical formula, we should know the valency. Valence is nothing but the value of a particular chemical. It has every chemical formula, every chemical, they have its valency, the productivity, it's the value, what you say. So when you're combining, when you're talking about individual chemicals, each and everything which has its own way. So some of that which we are saying here. So some of the ions are like sodium, we already know. Apart from this, silver, Ag plus, copper, Cu plus, zinc, Zn plus. So these are which is called it as ions. And apart from ions, let us talk about some non-metal elements. So now some are non-metal elements like hydrogen, bromide, oxide. So these are non-metallic elements, and I've shown you the presentation of it where the symbols H plus, Br, and O2 minus, where these are the some of the few valencies. So these are called as non-metallic elements. And apart from this, I want to show you some polyatomic ions. We have already discussed about in the previous one what are polyatomic ions. So some examples of that is ammonium, it's NH plus, whereas carbonate, which is of CO3 2. So these are the different valencies which shows in polyatomic ions. These we have to concentrate based upon the chemical structures and all. So this is how we have to read in a proper way so that it is very easy to understand. But if you go on practicing the equations and all, practicing the symbolic equations, knowing that, then you will be understanding this equations very clearly. So I want to explain something like the valencies or the charges of the ions must be balanced, as we already discussed it, the chemical representations one. So when a compound is considered of the metal or non-metals, the name or symbol of the metal is written first. First example is calcium. You can see calcium oxide, you can see as sodium chloride, iron sulfide, copper oxide and all. These are the few examples where you should consider the left and the right. So one of the few examples I want to say, the simple one, sodium chloride. Sorry, it's not sodium chloride, it's, you can say a sodium chloride also, NaCl, sodium chloride, where the valencies will be of, the valencies of sodium is 1, whereas the chloride is of 1. So both the valencies of 1 you can describe. The same thing when we have taken the hydrogen chloride. This also involves in the valency is 1 as I've written here, and the chloride is also 1. So HCl, the formation which takes place. So this is based upon the valencies. You should know the proper value, number of valencies over here. Then it will be very fine. Based upon the performance of the each and every chemical, the valencies will be known. So you should practice more and more of this symbolic ways of each and every element, compounds, metals, non-metals. So then we can go with the periodic table where it consists of all of these, and it will be very easy for us when we are writing the equations. So always compare from left and right, then the equation will be balanced and you can easily identify the positive and the negative ions. This is about the topic. Thank you.